Hello, this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is another little video where what I do is I look through my little draw day sketchbook, and what it is it's a little challenge, a yearly art challenge, and what you got to do is every day for a year do a little drawing from your imagination. And this was something that the artist Rebecca Barrett started. It would have been, well, 270 days ago now, so quite a long time ago, back in October 2019, and we've been doing it every day for, well, since then. But this month she actually, this is all of her drawings that she's done so far, but she's actually had to take a break for a minute because she's got to focus on her gallery. She's got art, like professional art in a gallery, so she's focusing on that for the moment. But you can still find her at rebecca.barrett on Instagram, and I do love her little drawings and stuff. She's still posting stuff, but not for this challenge anymore. So that's the last one of that. Little Peter, look. We ain't seen Peter for a while. Dee. So little Peter's joining us for this one. And June today is Tuesday the 30th of June, and it's the final day, and I've just finished today's little drawing. So let's have a look at this. It's going to be all about little cats. So June was the month of cats, if we zoom in a bit. So I did a video in May, May, at the end of May, and what I did was I tried to design a little Kevy, like the cat. I did a little video, and the final design I had, he was going to look like that or something. But what I did was I made him a bit bigger. So just before the challenge of June, I turned him into a different shape. So that's what he ended up looking like. So this is little Kevy the cat. But when I do him properly in the future, I think I'm going to squish him again. Because I don't know, I like him being a bit squished. But this was day 239, 31st of May. It was the final dragon, because May was all about little dragons. And what I do is on the last day of each month, I introduce the new character. So for the last day of May, introduce little Kevy. So this day 240, the 1st of June, this was the side of a cat. Because what I thought I'd do is I'd try and draw Kevy from the side to see what he looks like, the shapes and stuff. So what I did was I introduced a little walking stick. And that little walking stick, what I realised this month was, if you give a little character a prop, it really helps you play with the shapes, and it helps your imagination and stuff, because you can start using that prop to sort of, it's another shape, I suppose, that you can play with. And because it's straight, and like Kevy the cat is all furry and stuff, and curvy, it kind of, I feel like it was a nice little balance. Day 241, the bendy cat. So that's little Kevy the cat bending. Boing. It's cool. I love his tail. I kept making that more and more fluffy as the months went on, as the days went on. Day 242, this is the hedgehog cat. Still trying to do that thing. In one of the articles I did on the podcast, this artist said about trying to combine two different creatures. It's really hard though, because you've got to try to combine two creatures, so that, because this is a hedgehog cat, so you have to work out, you have to decide what are you going to keep of the cat and what are you going to keep of the hedgehog. So you end up with it's quite hard that to do, but that was the last one of that. So I moved into another sketchbook, and I got into a little black one now. Hey look, black with little Peter. He likes black, Peter. So 243 was the fishing cat. He's quite cool. I like that one. He's just gone out fishing, and he's using his little walking stick to catch the fishies. Quite cool. That's a little bit like the cover of the Character Design Quarterly magazine, issue 12, where you got all the fishies and stuff flowing. I like a little tongue. Got a little tongue. The balancing cat. It's a little cat. What I liked about that was I was very conscious of the shapes between the actual shapes, like the negative space. Again, this is the stuff I'm learning from these magazines and stuff. To be so like if everything's got a space between it, his little beard. It's like everything's got room to breathe. This is the dinner time cat. So he's gone fishing. It's now time to eat his catch. It's cool. Look, all the little fishies are upset. But he's excited, he is. He's finished his meal. 246, the sleeping cat. Look, he don't need to eat his food today. He's had his little fishies. This was 247, the disco cat. I love that one. I think it's quite cool. It's got a little character, that one. I can imagine him sort of bopping away. This was 248, the chopper cat, from the 9th of June. I tried to make the helicopter look like it was furry. But this one this is one of those ones where I sort of bit off more than I can chew at the minute. I don't think, I haven't quite got the skills to pull off what was in my head for that one. But I did enjoy that one. It was quite cool. 249, the rainbow cat. I love doing little rainbows. And what I thought was, this was actually by accident, but his tail, it looks like a little river. It looks like a little river going through a rainbow, which I thought was quite cool. What I love about rainbows, colouring them in, is it's the funnest thing ever, blending all these different colours. It's something I can't wait to do more of, is like play with colours. Because for these little drawings, I'm trying to limit the colours, because otherwise it will start getting a bit take too long to do them. But day 250, the rain cat. This was actually, I was on Google and I saw somebody done a little character, kind of like that. It was a little girl with an umbrella in the rain, and I thought, oh, I love that. So I was inspired by that and to create this one. I do quite like that one. It looks a little bit, it looks very peaceful. Again, all the little shapes between things. This was day 251, the helium cat. He is about to pop, because he's eating helium. Look, he looks happy though. He's gonna pop. It's quite a big one, that. Day 252, the cowpat cat. So this was one where I thought of a word, cowpat, and then I had to think. I'll go through my little sketchbook in a minute, but I had to try and think, how am I going to do a cowpat cat? I picked it because I like the way it rhymes, like cowpat cat. But what I did was, he's stood in some cowpat, and he's got to use his little walking stick to get rid of it. I like that one. It's quite cool. Again, I was mindful of like things I'm learning, like perspective, make things smaller, further away. Little camping cat from day 253. This is quite a funny one. He's still got his little fishies, look, and they're still not very happy. But look, his little walking stick is caught on fire. He doesn't even realise, because he's so happy. So, but he's still got it, because day 254, he's turned into a little Gandalf cat. Little Gandalf. That's one of my favourites, that one. And I made his beard really, really big, like little Gandalf. This is the flying cat from day 255. He's in his little aeroplane. But But he's got his walking sticks like a little, he's going poof, poof, poof. He's got a little gun. I can imagine loads of these in the sky fighting each other. Just play fighting. I think it'd be cool. This is day 256, the fairy cat. I drew this one on the day I'd gone through the article for the podcast. There was an article I did on the podcast about fairies, and I enjoyed it so much it inspired me to do a little fairy cat on a little magic mushroom thing. Day 257 from the 18th of June. This is the meditating cat, and he's so in the zone. He's actually levitated himself. He's got magical powers. Again, he looks happy. 258, the question mark cat. This one's a bit of a weird one. I've got no idea where this came from. This was one where I drew it about 2 in the morning. Because what I do sometimes is I wake up and I'll do my little drawing and then go back to bed, because it helps with lucid dreaming. But some of the ideas you get in the middle of the night are very strange. So this is a little question mark and with the earth. So it's kind of like, is he thinking, to me it looks like, is he thinking, is the earth worth saving or something? A bit mysterious, that one. Day 259, the weightlifting cat. I was thinking, how can I play with his little walking stick? So what I did was, he's not very good at lifting weights, and he can't even lift the little walking stick. I like that one as well. This one is day 260. It's the leave my food alone cat. So there's a little cat is about to munch on Kevy's food, but no, that's the Metal Gear Solid as well. I thought that was quite cool, a little touch, little Metal Gear Solid. But he's got his little stick there. He's gonna. Well, what's he gonna do? That's the question. That is the question. Sausages. Day 261, a sausage cat. Again, I think he's quite fun. It looks tasty. A little tasty one, that. Day 262, the Kitkat. I did it with a K, like the Kitkat. I was going to turn him into a bar of Kit Kats, but I thought what I'd do is I'd have him get in a little football outfit, and I was going to do him in his little outfit the next day as a football cat, but what I ended up doing was I went down Saltram taking photos, so I didn't have as much time, so instead I made the simple cat, and it's just, I tried to simplify him to like super simple shapes. I quite enjoyed that one. Again, you got to try and work out what is important, so you only keep the things that are important, like he hasn't got a mouth and stuff. This was day 264. I called him the curvy cat, but I've renamed him now the round cat, and it's just a little round one. I tried to make everything curvy, so his ears and it's all curvy. Day 265, the melting cat. The one where he's in little that one, it was raining outside, and this one is so hot that I thought, oh, he could be melting today. So he's little melting. He's not happy there. He's happy here though. Day 266, the little Dennis and cat. So you've got little Dennis and the cat. They're like friends together, and I made his little tail wrap around them as if like they're friends. A New Earth. I've actually got a book called that. Where is it? Down here. There's a book called A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. I've got the other one as well. I haven't read that yet, but I thought it'd be quite cool. Day 267, the Domino Cat. So I've just bought a box of dominoes because me and my sister started playing dominoes And it's so fun. I bought myself some, and I thought, oh, I could draw a little domino cat. So again, I was working in perspective, and I also had to think, what am I going to put in? And so I got like his collar as the middle. That was cool. This one, somebody posted a little drawing on Instagram. Beautiful little drawing of a little blind. I think I've saved it on my phone. It was so nice, it was. And I thought, oh, I love that. And then what I did was, yeah, here we go, look. Oh, yeah, it's the artist Nadia Art. She created a little, I love that. You should look at her artwork, it's unbelievably cool. And I thought, oh, I really want to put glasses on my little Kevy the cat. So I kind of inspired by that. I thought that was cool. Enjoyed that one. And then this was today's, which is the final one. Day 269, the 30th of June, is the final cat. So what I did was, I did a little video, because next month's character is going to be this little Ollie the owl. So I've introduced little Ollie, and what he's done is, he's a bit hungry. He's a bit hungry, so little Kevy's gone now. Tasty though, I think. I think he enjoyed that. So little Peter now, he's going to take us through the little sketchbook. I think the main thing I learnt this month was, like I said about the props, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start giving my characters more props in the future, because the props do, like I said, the props are fun. I've also noticed it with taking photos. If you go out and take photos, like modelling photos, if you've got a little prop, the prop helps you sort of pose. And it's the same for these little characters. So I think that's the main thing I've learnt. And what I also learnt was, I love doing fluffiness. I love doing like the fluffy textures. It's just cool. So with little Ollie, I actually made him a bit fluffy as well, because I enjoy doing that. So what's happening here? This was the last one, I think. There was going to be one called the transgender. That would have been quite funny. Little fishy one, look. It's out fishing. What's that say there? The Book of Change. There's somebody who's on a podcast talking about a book called The Book of Changes. Apparently it's really quite a powerful book, that. The dinner time. There's me playing around with the bending one. What I did, again, I've done something they said in the articles. It started out like that, and I just pushed it, because in the articles they say about exaggerating. And I think it looks a lot more fun when he's been exaggerated. It's a nicer shape. You've got the sleeping cat. I was going to have him in like a bed, but then I put him in a basket. He looks quite cool there though. I probably didn't do that because it would have been a bit harder. Because sometimes I do things that are a bit easier. You've got the chopper cat. This was me struggling. How do I draw a chopper? Then we got the little afro, the disco cat. He was fun. I like that one. As I sketched him, I thought, I'm going to make that fluffy. And what I did as well was the little thing in the bottom of the helicopter is actually his walking stick. And that's his nose. It was pink, like his nose. Then we got the rainbow cat. See, I want little Kevy to be a bit squishy. Then we got this one here, in the water. This was the helium one. I was trying to work out. At first he was going to be like that. I thought, that's a bit boring. So then what I did was I moved him so he's like floating. I think it's a bit more fun. You got the cowpack cat. Yeah, there was one here. I was going to have a little cow, and he's running away from the cow, and he slipped on the poo. But in the end I thought, oh, it'd be quite cool if you have it, the cow's back again, look. I didn't put him in the end. And then we got the camping cat, got the little Gandalf, he was cool. I really enjoyed that one. That's one of my favourites, I think. We got the flying cat, he was going to start out as like a Superman cat, with little goggles, and I thought, oh, I could put him in a little plane. I thought it'd be quite fun. So then he ended up like that. It's quite cool, you come up with an idea. The more you play with the idea, it's like I've said before, the idea almost has a life of its own. And it's like the idea starts telling you what to do. It's quite weird. It's cool. Then this one, I was thinking, oh, I want him... This was quite hard to work out the angle. I was also thinking what to name it. The My Food Cat, the Back Off Buddy cat, and then I said the Leave My Food Alone. I like that one, I think. But I went with that one because I thought, I keep doing... I've got to try to play with the perspectives a bit more. Got the sausages. Sausages. At first he was going to be really long. And then I thought, no, he'd look more fun as a fat sausage. Then we got the Kitkat. Trying to work out how to do that one. What's this? Yeah, I just kept playing around with... This was what the football one was going to look like the next day. But I never got round to that one. I think that would have been a nice little one, that. The melting cat. Domino. This was good. I thought, oh, I want little Dennis and Kevy to be like friends. So at first they were going to be hugging each other. And then I thought, what if I make them reading a book together? And I was going to put art will set you so free. And I thought, no. I couldn't think of a name for that one either. Oh, that there. I did a mistake on this one. Where is it? Yeah, on this one, what I did was I put a line on his beard, and I thought, oh no, I drew his collar, so it looked like his collar was in front of his little beard. So I thought, how am I going to get rid of that? So I put some white ink, but it's kind of messed up really. Where's that little helicopter one? I want to see the thingy. The bottom, the little walking sticks. It's quite fun. This was for the video I did the other day, bringing little Ollie the owl to life, little clumsy explorer. See, he's an explorer, so he has to eat whatever he can find, including cats. He's gonna have to just eat whatever he can get his hands on, really. We've got the blind cat. Oh, yesterday I watched the anime Ponyo, and I thought, should I make a little Ponyo cat? But I really wanted to do that blind cat. I was going to do that for today. It was going to be little Kevy with his little walking stick and Ollie the owl flying off of him. I thought that would be quite cool. That was going to be the cheesecake cat. It'd be a little slice of cheesecake. See, that one looks better, I think. That one, he looks like he's about to fall in the hole. But on this one, he looks like he's just standing there. So I kind of messed up his pose, really. I think that was more fun. This one, that is going to be a little drawing. That was going to be a pencil. I was going to turn his walking stick into a pencil. And then that was today, the final one. What was my favourite? Oh, that one is my favourite. Little Dennis and Kevy. I'm gonna draw that a lot better when I get on the computer and start. I've actually bought a Wacom Cintiq, and I've got to set it up today. So I'm going to start doing digital, especially after this drawing challenge. I'm going to really get into digital, and I'm going to redraw that one, and with like more skills when I get more skills. So I like that. little Kevy the cat and little Dennis together. And get little Peter in there as well. Put them all together. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a look at my little drawings. And next month, like I said, it's going to be little Ollie. That'll be for July. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later for another one.